So little by little, Disney is releasing more and more of X-Men 97, and it may shock people because in my recent videos I've taken the woke to task, I think appropriately depending on the situation, but I am happy to report here no major problems as far as I can see. Yes, I am a little bugged by the morph non-binary thing. I hope we don't have too many departures from the 97 version. And again, what they're showing with Cyclops is pretty spot on. In fact, there was one particular moment which some people missed, but I did not, which is like, oh, that was interesting.
Don't! I surrender! Not.
So, yes, the spot, insofar as it is a preview of what we will get for the entirety, is pretty rock solid. It was really, really well done. And again, my only major issue is the animation style is a little clunky. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to imitate the raw grittiness of the 1990s version. But yeah, this studio still feels a little unclear and uneven. Cyclops himself looks good. However, I do play devil's advocate, so what could go wrong? Well, a lot of the panic seemed to be over Rogue not having an ass big enough to satisfy certain critics like Yellow Flash. I got to call him out in particular because he seems all kind of stupidity in terms of the alt right, which people get really annoyed when I say the alt right. But apparently, if it didn't exist, why am I using the name? I don't know. Apparently, it doesn't exist. It never existed, guys. That's the new mythology. So, yeah, Yellow Flash was one of the people hyping up this really big conspiracy that Rogue's breasts and ass are been totally magically disappeared, given the Disney Woko Bob Iger's a queer theorist destroying the heterosexuals. But no, her body is prominently displayed. In fact, they also had Jubilee, and people were panicking over there too. That where's Jubilee? Well, apparently Jubilee's there. Is that a flashback? Don't know. So quite a few mysteries. And again, I guess the ultra conspiracy is they may do the switch and the thing and have Cyclops for one episode and Betas, and then he's a beta soy boy and they destroyed him and his penis and whatever. And it's like, well, I guess I got to be the guy to disappoint a lot of people because I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I mean, I like Cyclops as a character. I like him in the comics, but canonically in the animated series, they only had a handful of episodes with him, and those episodes weren't that good. So it's like, if they diminish Cyclops and bring in Storm, I'm gonna start crying. Well, you can cry by yourself. I wouldn't care. What I care is the quality overall is very strong. And in the early seasons of the animated show, it was strong. Now, it did decline significantly as the seasons progressed. They kind of peaked with the Dark Phoenix saga, unfortunately. The last couple of seasons were pretty bad. They were really, really bad. But I don't think the Woko is what killed it. It's just not a good studio. They were putting episodes out of order. It was a complete mess at the end. And they kind of brought it to a satisfying conclusion, but it's very, very rocky. So I think they have a golden opportunity to right a lot of wrongs. They probably will do a few political things that even I will find annoying, and I'm on the left. But again, I can find that stuff very, very annoying if they push it to such an extreme. And yeah, there are a few red signs, no pun intended, of some wokeness. However, it's not too bad. I wish they would avoid it, but again, from what we're seeing, it will be what it is. It will mostly be a lot of Easter eggs, fairly well done, and try to carry a lot of the stories forward from the 1990s. Will it please everyone? Probably not, but I think pining for this mythology where we were all united loving this show is kind of silly. A lot of people didn't care about the show, they ignored it. So hardcore fans really loved it, but I don't trust Yellow Flash as a hardcore fan of almost anything. But especially with the X-Men, yeah, he's out of his depth. So, no, Rogue has her breasts and she has a nice ass. But apparently it needs to be super inflated to satisfy my Yellow Flash. Apparently.